All right. Let me mute myself on this stream so I don't hear myself talking. What's up, what's up, everyone? Dang, I should have brought some water over here. So pretty much, I started this stream because I was answering some questions on Discord and figured I might as well just do this on Twitch. There's really nothing exciting planned, so yeah. Hug Pug Official. I do have a Discord. Fuck, I forget what the link is. I don't know if I have to make a new link. I'm not really sure how to get that, but essentially everyone who subscribes to me on Patreon automatically gets a link. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Server settings. Invites. Is it invites? How the fuck do I invite people? I fucking hate Discord. I don't really know how it works. How do I do this? How do I create an invite to the Discord? But this is only going to the loser chat where I just right click on it. Okay. Why is everything so convoluted these days? Active links. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. Someone tell me again, right now, how I create a link from Discord to my Discord server. Also, thank you for all 66 of you for showing up. This seems like to be the average number of people who end up coming out to one of my streams for whatever reason. Okay, I see. Go over loser chat. Ah, right. Alright, so this link expires in 1 day. I don't think I'll be answering questions directly from this, but I might as well. It might be easier than answering them from this chat, which is probably going to go a little faster than on Discord. Alright, let me know how that works. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Oh, fuck. Okay, what's up, everyone? Um, thanks for coming to my stream. I guess I was talking to Discord earlier, just like answering questions about the comic book, Requiem of the Crazies issue 3, which I'm still currently funding and will be for like the next 52 days. If you do want to fund this comic book, you can do so by, I think, if you scroll down, you'll see. Oh my God, this looks terrible. Look at all these horrible old graphics. I need to update these. But under Order the Comic, if you click on that, that'll lead to a link to my website, which will lead to the Indiegogo. And you should contribute to the Indiegogo because I have some stretch goals that I'm actually trying to reach this time. The last campaign, I really didn't put too much effort into it. So it didn't get as high as I wanted, but I didn't really like promote it as much as I thought I should. Currently, I'm suspended on Twitter, and I'm not really sure why. They just banned me for 12 hours. The last thing that I did that may or may not have contributed to it was I retweeted my own link to my Indiegogo, and I was looking in their terms of service, and it was saying that if you're promoting videos that have third-party advertisements or sales in it, then that's against their terms of service, but that's not even constantly against their terms of service. They said it was a temporary and constantly updating thing, which is very annoying. So perhaps that's why I got a 12-hour suspension. Mellow Wrath, 20,000 for Indiegogo, and you should dye your eyebrows. Oh, yeah. Dye my eyebrows. I was thinking about doing something like shaving off my eyebrows at some point, but I hear it's very difficult to grow them back, and I'm not sure if I want to walk around town like a leper. On the last one, I set one of the stretch goals as I'd shave my head bald, and we didn't reach that stretch goal, but I ended up doing it anyways. Maybe I'll do something ridiculous like that, like shave one eyebrow off. No. Screw that. God damn, like how much am I really trying to peddle for sales here that I would shave my eyebrows off? If you guys want the comic, you can get it. I don't think I want to like make myself look like a freak to get, a few $1,000s. It's not really worth it in my book. Wow, there's a lot more people here than there were in the Discord. You know what? I'm going to go to the Discord. I'm going to go to Loser Chat, the Loser Chat in my Discord server, and I'm just going to read the questions there. It'll probably make it easier. That way I don't have to look at myself. All right. Now I'm seeing Discord. Hello, gang. Can you hear me all correctly? Am I drabunk? Yeah, a little bit. Like I drank a little bit tonight. It's also late as fuck. I've been up all day. I've already recorded an entire episode of Trash Rats, like a smaller episode that lasted about 22 minutes. Edited that, put that out. Did some maintenance stuff. Printed some labels for some comic orders that I still need to ship out. Stupid Idiot Loser 69, are you really asking why I look like Elliot Rodger? Because I don't. Nauticus 69. My sleep schedule is pretty bad at this point. Like I think I woke up at 4 p.m. today, and I've been waking up right around the time it gets dark, because it's getting dark here in Florida around 5:30. So I really got to fix that, because it's not fun being awake when the sun's already down. It's probably really bad for your mental health. Hey, Hot Doggo, that Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out cover was sick. Thank you. I actually really appreciate that song. The version that I was covering was the Who did that? Oh, fuck, who did that? Something Blackwell? Like Scuttles Blackwell, I think the guy's name was. He had like the most popular version, and that's the one that I heard. I was like, damn, this is a good song. How have I never heard this song before? So it took me a little bit to learn it, to get the guitar down, because I don't really play guitar too often, like on a regular basis. I'm not practicing, so it's like every time I start relearning how to finger pick, it like rebuilds the calluses and my hands get all sore, and I have to give it like about 3 days before I can actively play guitar for more than like 30 minutes at a time. Do you get asked on the streets about the knife game thing, or does it annoy you? No one asked me that on the streets. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you, everyone in this chat, or in Discord, I'm going to have to change your name so it has 69 in your name, or else you will get banned. So give me a second. Yarn Zafru, you are about to be... Let's see, how do you change this? Change nickname. You will be Yarn 69. Beta male. Ooh, that's a good name. But now you're Beta male 69. I don't think you can change your own nicknames. Stefan321321321321. Do a dick measure reveal, Rusty. No, I don't think I will. And now you are Stefan 6969696969. Enjoy. Sugary Bud, you are already in here. You're asking, are the pins going to be available for individual sale? Yeah, so here's the thing. For this Indiegogo, I'm planning on making these enamel metal pins for this design. I don't really know how to use OBS, or else I'd show you the picture right now, but they're through the links below. It's this like image that says 100% or 100% real meat. Let me see if I can just upload this again to Discord. Sorry, I'm going to be a little slow here. Oh, fuck, I don't have my hard drive on me. Whatever. You'll just have to go to the Indiegogo. But I made these other pins, these Avian Crux pins, and I wasn't really sure how they were going to turn out, or even how well you can see this, but these are pretty dope. They're metal. It's like a brass casing with enamel coating. Pin back. And I think if the Indiegogo gets over $22,000, then every single person who contributes to any perk will automatically get one of these. And the only reason why I ordered these was I wasn't sure how they'd turn out, so I wanted to make sure it was good quality before I ordered the 100% meat pins, which, if you go and look, you'll see they're pretty tight. Oh, also I need to change your name. Sugary Bud is now Sugary Bud. Sugary Butt 69. Okay, there we go. Johan, ooh. What was your worst interaction with a fan? Hold on, Johan. Oh man, I don't know. I haven't really had too many terrible interactions. I mean, I talked about one on the State of the YouTube podcast where it wasn't a bad interaction. It was just kind of awkward, where I was in the line at a grocery store and the person that was next to me, like behind me checking out, I guess had recognized me from somewhere, and they were like breathing heavily, like, and they're like, has anyone ever fangirled out? Like, I guess that's what they're saying. I wasn't really sure. I had no idea what they were talking about. It was really awkward. Like the cashier was looking at me funny, looking at them funny. I was like, yeah, what the fuck is this person behind me? I guess they were just a fan. They recognized me, but it really doesn't happen too often in my town. surprisingly. Rusty, can you change my name to Quibble69? Yes, 69. I guess I will because you were active here earlier, and I'm feeling quite generous. How has Corona influenced your lifestyle so far? What the fuck is your name? How are you able to use all these weird characters? Hold on. WBG69, whatever. How has Corona affected my lifestyle so far? It really hasn't. I've been very fortunate because I work from home. So I can essentially stay inside as long as I want without ever having to interact with anyone. My job doesn't go away. Maybe I think it's actually benefited it. It's benefited it. Benefited it. It's been good because more people are stuck inside and they're all like wanting to stream music. So I think sales from like licensing royalties and whatnot and streaming royalties from places like SoundCloud or Spotify are they've gone up. So I think a lot of these like digital influencers or people who work online, they've definitely benefited. I feel bad for people who, who are having to like work a normal job, especially in like the food industry, because unless you're doing food delivery has gone up a shitload. I actually know a guy who owns a food delivery company here in town, and he said the numbers are through the roof. Are these name changes going through? Yeah, I think they are. Okay, Hot Doggo, Scrapper Blackwell. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was Scrapper Blackwell. That's the person who did the version of Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out that I did the cover of. Now, apparently John Lennon did a cover of it as well, but his cover was like pretty much an entirely different song. The strumming patterns were different. The lyrics were roughly original. He just kind of like took the idea of the song and then did his own version of it. And personally, I'm not a fan. Okie dokie. Hold on, I gotta change your name. Sorry, everyone gets a name change. So Hot Doggo, you are now Hot Doggo 69. That bitch you know. That bitch you know 69. That bitch you know Axe. How many instrumentals how many instruments do you know how to play? That's always a tough question. How many instruments do I know how to play? I mean, I guess I could probably play any instrument. Once you're familiar with a few of them, you can kind of figure out how to play most of them because they're all based on like the same systems. Like if you can play piano, you can essentially pick up an accordion and figure out how to play something on it. But you're not going to be good at playing the accordion. You're just going to be able to, like play the piano parts in one hand. The other side of an accordion is just a bunch of buttons, so that takes some practice. Like harmonica, ukulele. If you can play the guitar, you can play ukulele. If you can play the guitar, you can play the banjo. If you can play the piano, you can play a melodica. So I can play quite a bit of instruments, but they're all just kind of, I don't know, like weak. I can't play them all very well. What the fuck, Yarn? I thought I changed your name already. I guess that's, Jesus Christ, I guess I'm just really far behind. Rusty, as we saw in the Gang Stalker video, will you ever go back to Islam, or are you still a Christian? Listen, Yarn, I think you asked this earlier. If you saw the video... Wait, shit. Did I go back to being a Christian? I'm pretty sure in the video, in the Gang Stalkers clickbait video, I'm pretty sure I said I was a Muslim. I think that's where I still am. So yeah, I'm a Muslim right now. Allahu Akbar and Assalamu Alaikum, all my brothers out there. Okay, let's see. Pug wants 69 uwu. Okay. I guess since you're here. Ooh, woo. There you go. You're stuck with that forever now. Alright, nobody make this fucking weird here. Let's not do some shit like, ooh, I got recognized. I'm hanging out with you all. No, we can't change your nicknames. Sorry, the Hanged Man. Because now you are the 69 Hanged Man. Okay. Alright, Barry, just give me a second to catch up. This isn't going to be a very exciting stream. I understand that. I think the last stream I did was like the candlelight vigil for Chadwick Moore, and I didn't realize the entire time that I had the audio off. But I had been playing music in the background on piano for probably about 35 minutes, like really dramatic dirges, and I felt like an idiot. Skittle69. Welcome, Skittle69. Alright, let's see. Let's go down. Would you ever make guitar picks? Says Heart of 115, which is now Heart of 69. Would I make guitar picks? I mean, I guess I could. Like, how many of you would actually buy guitar picks if I sold them? I mean, what would even be the price? The thing about like small merchandise like that is when you're selling things, for instance, all right, so here's some of the things that I'm actually offering on the comic book Indiegogo for Requiem of the Crazies 3, which is difficult to sell some of these items individually because it's borderline not worth the time. So like this is just a 2-inch by 2-inch sticker, and I think it's a pretty dope sticker. But sometimes someone from Australia will order just one of these stickers, and so then it needs an envelope, it needs the time to package, the time to ship out. It doesn't necessarily take a lot, but like how much do I sell the sticker for? $1, $2? The shipping itself is like $1.50, which isn't crazy for something like one sticker. But when you get a majority of orders and they're all very small things, it kind of seems ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I need to hire someone to do this for me because I kind of got stuck in this world where I'm just like doing shipping department stuff. It just seems like I'm working a job in like a distribution factory. But yeah, I guess I would make guitar picks. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. It would just be a similar situation. Maybe I'll like create a bundle, a merch bundle, so everyone has to buy like 5 things at once. Okay, not Cohen. Unfortunately, not Cohen. You are now not Cohen. Parentheses. 69. Oh, fuck. What's your favorite song you've made? That's probably one of the worst questions, or the most redundant question that I get so often. What's my favorite song that I've made? I think it's like When I'm Drinking Whiskey. I think that's a pretty good song. Or that, or Gangstalkers. They're up there. They're like easy to listen to, kind of simple progressions, simple compositions, and I think they're pretty catchy. Alright, you're all using the emoji. Stupid idiot, stupid idiot. Let's see. Let's go down. Wow. I am quite far behind. Favorite Bob Dylan song by Hot Doggo again. Whew. I used to listen to a lot of Bob Dylan growing up. That was like probably the first person that I like actually started really listening to and downloading all of his discography. But he had so many songs. What's my favorite song by him? I'm not even sure if it registers like that. I think his entire body of work is like the main thing that I liked about Bob Dylan was like album at a time. But I was a huge fan of his gospel album, Slow Train Coming, and I know I liked a lot of songs off that. I don't know if I have a favorite by him. I like his first album, but they're all covers. I think the one that I appreciated the most was his version of Time of Dying, or really any of those songs off that first album. I'm sorry, I don't really have a good answer for that. Have I not converted you already? Hold on. Yeah, I did. Okay. Sorry, old questions. Let me see if I can find some good ones in here. Hello, blah, blah, blah. I've graced you. I see Hitler and his PFP. Rusty, have you met Moist Critical? He's from Florida, too. Says Stefan 69696969. No, I haven't met Moist Critical, but I believe, actually I know for a fact, Emperor Lemon did hang out with him the last time that I went to Tampa area, but I didn't get the invite. They actually have a video together on Moist Critical's channel where like I'm just kind of hung out with them as they were making their normal daily content. Seemed pretty chill, but I didn't get the invite. All right, Resty changed my name. Okay, there. Darren 69. Welcome to the club. Hey Rusty, how did you come up with the idea of the Mask of Crowley? How did you did it? How did you did it? Are you foreign? I didn't actually come up with the mask for Crowley. A buddy of mine did. He makes like he does like cosmetic stuff, like costumes and whatnot. And so he made the mask, and he was wearing it for Halloween. And I was like, that is a fucking badass and creepy mask. And that was right when I was about to come out with the Crowley album. So I asked him if I could just buy it from him. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So I purchased the mask, and I still have it on my shelf up there. It's slowly falling apart. I have too much stuff to move. Hold on. I'm going to go grab it. Yes, this is the Crowley mask. So these teeth here, I'm waiting for the stream to catch up so I can see what I'm actually showing you. But these teeth here are like plastic fingernails, which I find to personally be disgusting. So button eyes. It's very difficult when you're wearing this to actually see what you're doing. It sucked every time I had to film a video or use this in a video because I had to wear this mask and I couldn't see but barely through these inner eye sockets. And it was heavily visually impairing. I don't know if I should bring the character back or not. I guess there's no point. I already kind of used that as branding for the third album. Let's see, where was I? Changed my name. Besides Emp and Mumkey, what other YouTubers are you considering collaborating with or collaborations with? Well, I don't know. I don't really get asked to like collaborate with a lot of people, so it's a lot of reaching out and figuring out what you can do for them and for their channel and what they can do for yours without making it seem forced. You guys remember that H3H3 and PewDiePie collab videos? Like the first one they did, it just seems so forced and unnecessary. It was almost just like to prove that they knew each other or that they liked each other's content. I mean, obviously, I'm actual friends with Mumkey. I'm actual friends with Emp. I hang out with Emp all the time, and I talk to Mumkey on a very, very regular basis, several times a week, because we do the podcast, the Trash Rats podcast, and he comes down to visit every once in a while. But I mean, I collab with Nerd City regularly. I kind of feel like I'm in his camp. I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to collab. I want to do a collab with James Lee Animation. Or one of these guys, but they're so hardworking, like they have to put so much effort into their animations, into their own projects. That's like I'd have to commission them to do something for me. Like, what am I going to do? Get an animation channel to animate a music video? Would that really benefit them if they could get a stronger pull by doing it on their own channel? I don't really have a lot of, I don't have like a lot of, I guess, pull. Like if someone does a collab on my channel, it's not like a ton of my followers are going to go over and check them out. Okay, let's see. Have you ever thought of putting your older covers on Spotify? Yeah, I have, but the only reason that I don't is in order to put your songs on Spotify, you have to go through a company like CD Baby or TuneCore or one of these other companies, and they're the ones that actually like send your songs to all the digital distribution websites. So that with CD Baby, it costs about for one song. If you want to go only one song, it's about like $12-13, and then that'll upload it to iTunes and Spotify and whatnot. The thing about covers though is you have to pay performance rights royalties or mechanical royalties. I kind of forget. Either way, it's not your song. If the song's not in the public domain and there's a company that owns it, you either need the rights to sell that song or you lose royalties to them. And I'm not sure if they cover it, so I haven't really tried. Also, a lot of my old covers are pretty shitty. So the only covers I try to end up putting on Spotify are ones that are already in the public domain. What's the worst thing that you've ever tasted? To this day, the worst thing that I've ever tasted that I can still remember in my head is the 100-year-old egg. I'm not even sure if this video is still public on my channel, but I had this video up for a while where I ate a 100-year-old egg with my roommate. It's not actually 100 years old, but it's old enough. It's like, I don't know, they cure it in a weird way, but it just tasted like shit, and the flavor was stuck in my throat for a month. It was disgusting. All right, let me skip ahead here. Well, okay, here's a good question. Sloppy Seconds 69 asks, should I wait for all issues of Requiem of the Crazies to come out to start reading? No. What you should do is get them one at a time, because that's what's gonna keep you enthralled throughout this whole journey, is reading them one at a time. I'm posting updates along the way. Like, they get better as it goes along. So when you're reading them as I'm putting them out, you're kind of going on the journey along with me, because I'm getting better at the art. I'm getting better at the writing. I'm getting better at putting these books together and figuring out, like, what it takes to actually make a good comic series. So you kind of grow along with the series. If you got them all at once, you probably wouldn't finish the series or even be able to start reading the series for like another 3 to 5 years, because I don't really know how long it's going to take to finish this. But I can't wait until I do finish it, because I'm just going to have one big book of comics, like an omnibus, and that's going to be fucking tight. I don't think so many people would be coming into this stream. How is Carter? My cat Carter is fine. All right. How did you did the Avian Crux logo? Don't 666. Why do you talk like that? I'm changing your name to Don't 6669. Okay. How did I did the Avian Crux logo? Man, let me tell you, I just did it. Do you still know Teeny Elliott Roger from their videos about the stolen slushie machine? Yeah, I still do. And one of them just got married. One has a kid. Or actually, two of them have a kid now. So they're just like living their own life, doing their own thing. Good guys. Have you heard Nobody Knows When You're Down and Out by Eric Clapton? Yeah, here's the thing about Eric Clapton. I actually, when I was younger, I was listening to Eric Clapton a lot. I forget his album. He did the covers of the Robert Johnson songs. He did an entire album full of Robert Johnson covers, and I thought it was really fucking badass when I was 16. And then as I started, that album actually got me listening to the original songs. So I actually started listening to like the old 20s to 40s to 50s-ish blues songs that were the originals that created all these covers. And Eric Clapton just seemed really corny then, because he just had this old dad white guy voice. Like, it's like your dad playing a blues song. I don't know. He does have soul. He does have a good voice. He's a great guitar player, but it was just like so contemporary blues rock-ish. I wanted to hear like the grittiness of the raw recordings, and so I kind of got out of Eric Clapton at that point. But yeah, he is really good. How's the homeless population in Gainesville? Abundant. On every single street corner, there is a homeless person asking for money, and on all the medians between the streets, there are a shitload of homeless people asking for monies. They're all flying a sign. All right, sorry everyone. I'm going to try to get this up to date, so I'm going to the front of the line. Are the pins ever going to be available for individual sale? These pins here, yes, they probably will, depending on how many comics I sell. So at the moment, I have 750 of these pins. So if I don't end up selling 750 comics in the Indiegogo campaign, which, if you want to join the campaign, just click right down below where it says support my comic or whatever. If I have extras of these, then yeah, I'll sell them until I sell out. Essentially what I try to do with merch is like, I end up ordering too much, and then I'm just selling them until they're all gone. At this point, I don't have any physical copies of any of my albums. I don't have any of the original button pins with the Avian Crux. I just sold out of issue 2 of the comic, which I still need to get reprints for this Indiegogo campaign. I sold out of most of the Tarhead posters. Listen, there's just boxes all around my house, and I'm tired of like holding on to merch and just selling merch. Like, I don't know, someone else should be doing this. I just want to get back to drinking by myself on my couch instead of working. Hot dog Doggo 69. How do you write Requiem of the Crazies? Do you write the explicit outline of the entire story first, or are you following a light outline and adding details as you go along? I have a general outline for the entire story. Like, I know where the story's going to go, and then kind of notes of like what's going to happen in each issue. But as I'm writing the issue, I'll write it out essentially like, all right, here's what's going to happen. Here are some like fill-in dialogue that will represent what the later dialogue will be, just so I know the mood of the mood and the flow of everything. And then as I go back through, I'll kind of do rough thumbnail sketches of each panel or each page, kind of figure out what's supposed to happen on every single page. Then I'll do smaller, like panel by panel, what should happen, and then I'll go through around that stage, and I'll write out the dialogue fully. And there's a lot of editing. I have to kind of skip forward in a single issue and skip back and add more pages and change some dialogue here, because it's kind of an unorganized way of going about it. But you come across some I don't know, just like the writing doesn't necessarily make sense, so you have to figure out what you need to change and what you need to polish up, if that makes sense. How long does it take to finish one page of your comic? That depends on if there's color or not. I feel like I could do one page from like planning to inking probably in 2 days. Adding color is difficult because I'm not good at color, and I find it to be very challenging. And even 2 days, that's like hard work for one page, just because I'm not a very proficient artist. So it takes a lot of time to get my proportions right and get all the detail right and to make it look how I want it to look in my head. But it's about 2 days to go from nothing to an inked page. But I kind of go in layers where I'll do all the storyboarding, like the thumbnail sketches for all the panels for as many pages as I can, or like a whole sequence or a scene in the comic, say that's like 20 pages. And then I'll start going through and do like the penciling sketches. I am doing these digitally, so penciling is actually just me doing more detailed sketches on an iPad. And then I'll go through and do the inking, and then usually at the end, once I've inked all the pages, I'll do the coloring. Do you have 69 in your name? No, you don't. So I need to fix that. All right, whatever your name. Oh, wait, I'll just make that 69. There we go. All right, congratulations. Welcome to the 69 Club. How many Requiem of the Crazies comics do you plan on making? I think that I can get the story done in about eight issues, and they're all roughly 30 to 40 pages a piece. I think the last one was 30 or 42 pages. So I can probably do that in 8 issues, but it's quite possible that I'll reach a point where I realize maybe the story's being rushed and I need to add in some more exposition or something like that. So it might extend to 10, but I think 8 is what I have planned right now. Rusty, what did you have for dinner? I don't know. I don't remember. What do you think about Mr. Beast, your tweets? I don't know what that means. Mr. Beast is a hustler, though. That guy's putting in so much work. The first video I saw of his was where he watched like 10 hours of that meme video just on repeat. I think he faked it. It was like the just dance till you're dead. So supposedly he watched that for 10 hours, and I thought that was a phenomenal video, because as it's going on, you can just kind of click ahead and slowly see him like getting more and more tired, just sinking into his chair, and just like watching like this. And at the end, he clearly does not want to be there. Barry69, merch arrived yesterday. Good. I hope it wasn't crumpled or broken or anything like that. Heart of 69, have you talked to Eggy about the song you guys were talking about during the podcast? No, I need to talk to him. I need to get him down here and plan a time for him to fly down and stay down here. I have no idea what the song would be, but I'm pretty sure if he came down for a few days, me and Eggy could come up with a pretty cool song. It'd probably be goofy, like our styles are a little bit different. I mean, he's more, I don't know how to describe his style, but it's like hype rap or something. Well, no, I forget what he called it. Hypecore? You know, and I'm doing like old blues shit, but I'm sure we could come up with something that'd be at least fun to listen to. You write about homelessness a lot. Why are you so drawn to the perspective? That's a good question. Say _69. I don't know. I guess it probably really has a lot to do with the town I live in. There's just so many homeless people, and I interact with them every day, like several times every day. Not like just, not the way that you would in New York City. There's a difference between the homeless people here and the homeless people in a big city. In a big city, you can just walk right past them. You know, they're all going to hold signs that say something like, you know, anything helps or whatever. But if you just walk past them, then they don't really care. But here there's like this southern politeness or courtesy that they've tapped into. And so homeless people, they'll just approach you and they'll say, hey, can I ask you a question? Or can you help me out with something real quick? So if you say no, you're just being rude at that point. You can't even just do this, like, no, sorry. Because there's not enough people in this town to where you can just walk away or be lost in a crowd. You're still standing there, or you're just a block away. And they can oftentimes get, you know, a little vicious, like, oh, fuck you. All right, so you can't even, I just want to ask a question. You only want to answer a question? So there's a lot of hostility. Not all of them, but just some of them. So I guess it's like a constant necessity to interact with homeless. But also, it's just an interesting thing. I mean, like, I love the idea. I don't love the idea, but like the idea of Skid Row is just so interesting that there's this whole, like, several blocks in a city where they just gave it to the homeless. They gave it to everyone who's on the streets, you know, pimps, prostitutes, homeless children, like orphans, fucking drug addicts. Like, they're all there just having to survive in this destitute alley. And I don't know, like, they're just all the stuff that comes out of it, and just the idea that whenever you have an entire community of homeless people, what does that degenerate into, or can that be built up into something else? I don't know. I find it interesting. It just seems like there's a lot of cool directions that can go, and not even cool directions that can go imaginative, but where it actually goes in reality that haven't really been told. Like, the stories haven't fully been told. There's a great channel called Soft White Underbelly that you guys should check out, because they just do interviews with like pimps and con men and drug dealers and prostitutes, and they just ask them a shitload of questions that are really honest, and all of them answer very honestly. So you kind of see the soft white underbelly of society that most people don't want to talk about. Is there ever a draft anytime soon? What will your will they? Okay, so if there's ever a draft anytime soon, what will your draft evasion excuse be, or what will be your draft evasion excuse? I'm 30, so I'm not going to get drafted by today's standards, thankfully. But who knows? That could change. If anything, I'm going to go to Canada, or just change my name and run away. Questy Wage, ooh. Rusty Cage, can you change my name? No, what? Okay. What? Because it's been the same since I was a patron, by the way. No, if you're not a patron anymore, you can't change your name. That's the thing about this Discord server. I change your name. And unless you're a patron, you don't have the privilege to change your nicknames. I apologize. Opinions on Slipknot. I love and hate them. What's the guy's name? Corey something? I love whenever they're doing their scary shit, like when he's screaming and doing like the unintelligible, like dark voices with their masks, but I hate when he slips into that like the singing voice that just, it brings me out of the entire thing that they built up with all these demons on stage, these like evil beasts with their hellspawn masks, and then this guy's like singing, trying to be pretty, or like, I don't know, like some bullshit from the early 2000s. I know they are from there, but just, I'm not going to tell them how to do music. They're obviously, you know, really successful, and a lot of people like him, but that just takes me out of it whenever he switches from the evil, screaming, grumbly voice to his pretty voice. Do you think you will go sober for another month anytime? Sorry, I'm really bad at reading. Do you think you will go sober for another month again sometime? Yeah, probably if I feel like I need to do that again. It's good for your health to, take a month off, let your liver recover. So yeah, I'll probably try to do that once every year. I probably am not gonna film it this time because it's a lot of stress to be filming yourself every day when you're kind of out of your element. Um, all right, let me go back up. Do you get sick of Mumkey? His negativity on the Trash Rats podcast is so off-putting and annoying. That's just you, man. No, I don't get sick of Mumkey. I love Mumkey. And that's why I wanted him on the show, not for his negativity. I don't think he's negative. I think he actually comes with a real-life perspective, and he's not playing a role is the thing. He's just speaking honestly where he's at and about what he feels. And yeah, it might come off confrontational, but I know I do the same. I mean, everyone's always complaining every podcast I'm on that we're always butting heads or like talk conversations go. You have to talk over each other to get your point across, and it's how we would talk in real life or as close as we possibly can while doing this over Discord. But no, Mumkey has good perspective, and he thinks of things I don't think of, and he knows shit I don't know. I love a good Mumkey Jones, and that's why I love working with him. Whenever I talk so much, my mouth gets really dry. Have you heard of Bo Burnham? I think you would like it. Are you asking me if I've heard of Bo Burnham? Of course I've heard of Bo Burnham. Bo Burnham is one of the biggest success stories to ever come out of YouTube. He started on YouTube. He started doing like simple, goofy piano songs that are like joke songs, and then that led to several Netflix specials, a YouTube special. He's got a movie that was in theaters. He's like one of the greatest success stories to come out of YouTube besides maybe Justin Bieber. Like, he broke into mainstream. I guess Joji would even be up there now. Good old Filthy Frank. Yeah, Bo Burnham's an old school pimp. Should I switch? Is everyone that was on Twitch, are they all over here on Discord now? Or are there still some people who are left behind because they didn't get the link? Alright, well, if it's slowed down a little bit, I'm just going to stay over on Twitch then. So go back to Twitch. You had your fun here. Now leave me. Oh, poor Mark under Mark. I didn't get the link. How unfortunate. Well, it looks like we lost some of the losers. You know, we were at like 77 and 62. Now we're at 47. This is a comfortable amount of people to talk to. So, I don't know. It's almost 5 a.m. Jesus. How long have I been doing it? Oh, I've almost been doing this an hour already. Do you will stream more often in the future? The thing about streaming is like I know it sounds really corny, but it doesn't seem like there's any benefit for me to spend time doing this except for like reaching out and communicating with the fans, which I love doing. But for the most part, it's like, all right, am I going to do this for an hour? Am I going to do this for 3 hours? What could I have also done in that 3 hours? You know, I could have drank a bunch of liquor. I could have, what I should be doing, I need to package some of these comics. Speaking of, not a single one of you decided to join my Indiegogo campaign. That is unfortunate. I mean, I know everyone's broke and down on their luck because of COVID, and we're all in this together. I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand. But there's no better time to join because you're going to get the most out of this campaign than any other campaign. And this comic, I'm excited to finish. This one and the fourth one, I think, are going to be probably my favorites And at that point, I'm going to do like a full volume, like a one part volume. But that's going to be like a year from now, so there's no time to wait. All right, let's see here. Are you writing any songs? Yeah, I wrote one song, and I have a few other songs that are in the writing process. The recording process is what takes the most. I don't want to spend too much time like getting caught up mixing and mastering them, because that's what takes forever, and I end up trying to over perfectionize them, and I think it might take away from like the rawness of it. So I'm trying to find like the happy middle ground between writing the song, figuring out, writing all the parts, all the instrumental parts for it, and then recording it, making it sound good, and then just being done with it, and not trying to make it sound perfect. Because if it sounds too good, you know, it just takes away from it. It takes away from the feel. Bleached BX NES, I'm broke, Mr. Rusty, sorry. Yeah, that is sorry. Fine, I guess I'll just quit everything. I'll just disappear because I can't even afford to pay my own rent because of you, Bleached BX NES. Rusty, do you find social interactions to be draining or otherwise distasteful? You mean social interactions IRL? If you're talking about IRL, I actually very much enjoy real life interactions with people. I think that's the best way to go. I think it's dangerous the way everyone's communicating with each other online. You don't pick up on any of the social cues that you can only get from speaking to someone face to face. And there's a lot of like interpretation of mood and how people are saying something. There's a lot of falseness online. You know, if you're like talking to friends on Twitter or Discord or whatnot, you're not really absorbed into what they're saying, and you're not really invested in that person and what they're saying. It's just like it loses a lot of the character of an actual conversation. So, next album when? Well, I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if I'm going to do albums. I think I'm just going to release singles. It's the easiest way because I can just make a song whenever I'm in the mood to make a song without having to take, 8 months to a year off to record 10 songs and get them all done. I might as well just release them as they come, and then whenever I have a good catalog of unreleased music, technically unreleased, like they're not on an album, I can put them all together and release an album that way. Have you ever considered stand-up comedy, says Wet Manager? Yeah, I've thought about it. I have a bit that I would do, but the thing about stand-up comedy is I really respect this about stand-up comedians. It's like the ability to just shit all over yourself, to have to eat shit on stage and to be unfunny and to have people like awkwardly staring at you whenever one of your jokes don't hit, and maybe getting heckled. And for a long time, this is what creates stage fright for me, is like fucking up on stage. I want everything to be perfect. But the older I get, the less I really care about what people think, or like the less I care about like being the awkward butt of a joke or eating that shit. I would like to try it at some point, but go full force. I'm not going to say what my bit is, because whenever I do come out with this bit, it's going to be one of the greatest stand-up bits of all time. However, I'm not a very funny person in the sense of, coming up with witty jokes. Maybe banter, I can kind of pull it off, but actually writing jokes to entertain an audience when you're the only one speaking is a lot more difficult, and that would take a shitload of time, because you really have to go out there every single night and suck until you're good. Which is the most incredible, like in no other industry do you do that. Like music, for instance, if you suck at being a musician and you're playing some shitty song on stage, people just won't vibe with it. They're not going to be clapping along, or like, they'll just kick up a conversation and you'll be background noise. But if you're a stand-up comedian, you have to entertain them, or they have to either pretend to laugh, be dead silent whenever you hit your punchlines, and at that point, you're just incredibly, not only are you not funny, you're embarrassingly not funny. You're cringing. Like, people watching you would cringe because of how bad it is. And that's a very hurtful thing. That will take away from your ego. So, and I think it's good to, not have an ego. But I'm always impressed by stand-up comedy. I'd love to try it more. Did you guys see Carter? Did she jump up here? Carter, what do you want? She's going out. Show cat, dumbass. I'm sorry. I didn't realize she was behind me. I was so caught up in my own thoughts that I just completely ignored my cat. Well, I apologize. Do you know mindless self-indulgence? If so, what do you think about them? I remember they were really popular like 10 years ago. And I'll be honest, I thought they were a little corny. I don't like the guy's voice. And it was like random girl, like Hot Topic guy music. Like, the people, don't get me wrong, I love Jonan Vasquez, the guy who made, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, but I never really went full force into that, and Mindless Self-Indulgence kind of seemed like that type of band. Like, oh, I'm so fucking insane, wow, oh, I'm so crazy, blah, 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 my life is nuts, I wear striped stockings and fuck bracelets. That might be beyond a lot of your time. Fuck bracelets were like silly bands. Before that, they were just like the little plastic shit that you wear around your wrist that you get from Hot Topic. I don't know. It was lame shit. Would you ever cover Pink Eyes, White is Right? I think I heard White is Right recently. Is that the one that has the banjo as the sample and the beat? Because that was a pretty tight beat, but no, I would never cover that. I'm never going to cover anything that Joji does or Filthy Frank, because we're on the same level. Listen, we kind of came up at the same time. He overshadowed me. He took my heyday away from me, because in 2013, about a month or two before the Knife Game song blew up and got my channel popular, he came out with the Harlem Shake. And everyone's talking about the Harlem Shake, but no one's talking about the Knife Game. So I knew I kind of had to give up. And now he's making millions, and I'm over here on Twitch just spilling my heart out to 44 semi-loyal fans who are all broke and don't even want to give me the time of day. Slightly Stupid, I've heard of them, and I remember hearing their songs back in the day, but I wasn't really a big fan of them either. Will you ever go to the UK in the future? I've only gone to the UK once. I went to Manchester for the Logan Paul and KSI fight with Nerd City, and Manchester is a disgusting city. There was shit all over the ground everywhere you go. Every woman there was like 45, and they were just like Euro trash, just white trash British people. Like, oh, bruv, you looking for a good time, are ya? Let's go to the pub and I'll give you a good old suck. Like, just disgusting filth. And also, there's really nothing in that city that's worthwhile. Sorry if you live in Manchester. Hello, Carter. Would you like to talk to the Twitch? Here, let's see if you can say something. Carter can't? Say something. Okay. Well, she doesn't talk too much. British women, legendary, not attractive. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, really, most European women, for the most, like, they have this the stigma, like oh, German women, they're supposed to be hot, or Swedish women are supposed to be so attractive. They just look like everyone everywhere else. The most attractive women are in America. You need the melting pot. You need all different people from all over the world kind of mixing together to make the prime woman, not just some fucking Manchester skag. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Where are the most attractive women from? What country? And don't say some bullshit like Japan, because that's not true. Croatia. What the fuck even is Croatia? I ship shit to Croatia every once in a while. I have no idea where it is. Romania. Oh my god. All right. You know Salt Bay, right? The guy who does this. He's got like 3 million Instagram followers. He'll post pictures of his family like when he was a kid, and his mother looks like the stereotypical Middle Eastern babushka. Like she just has like this bonnet on and a single eyebrow, and she's like this stern face with a big mole and a mustache and a beard and shit. I just thought that was funny. Like, that's just how the women look over there. Like horses. Hairy mules. A lot of babushkas in Romania? Okay. Well, do you all have any more questions? I'm not sure if I should keep staying up. I mean, it's already 5:12 a.m. I should be playing a video game or something. I was playing Grand Theft Auto earlier, and I got all of the stunt jumps, and it was very unrewarding because I thought I would win something, like some magic car or like a jetpack or some shit, but it just said, hey, you got all the stunt jumps. I was like, all right, fuck, well, that was worth it. I want to kind of 100% complete Grand Theft Auto 5, a little 5 years too late, but what can you do? Oh my god. Any plans on a Rusty Cage vinyl? So I was talking about this earlier in Discord. The thing about the vinyls is that it costs a lot of money to make vinyls, and it costs a lot of money to ship vinyls. And so Bandcamp offers this program that they just started where you can... it's like a campaign thing. Like, you have to essentially say, hey, I'm going to make vinyls, and you need to sell 250 of them. That's the minimum amount before they will start producing them. So it's like this whole pre-order system. Like, you have to get 250 people to buy a single vinyl. That would mean 250 people would have to buy a vinyl of, say, Gang Stalkers. And at that point, they would produce it. The vinyls would cost about like $30 to $35. I don't know what shipping would be. Domestic, probably relatively cheap, but international, probably relatively not cheap. So it'd be a pain in the ass to actually like to make that financially viable, which sucks with a lot of merch. It's not like I can just get 20 of them printed without them costing like $50 a piece. Because, the lower the amount you order, the lower the quantity, the higher the price. And then the more you have to charge customers. And there's like, I didn't really take economics, but, there's a graph. Once it reaches this point, that's where you sell. But if it goes too high, it's not going to work. If it goes too low, you don't make any money, I guess. I'm not really sure how that works. I'm looking into it. I'm going to figure out a way to make vinyls eventually. Also, I think I am going to do reprints of CD versions of all of my first 4 albums, but probably in a very limited run, and I might do pre-orders. I know people hate pre-orders, but that's almost what you have to do nowadays, especially if you're shipping it all out and packaging it yourself. Not everything is like print on demand like it is with merch, where you can just go to Teespring and order a shirt and they'll just print it out for you because they have major factories and they have the machines that can do that. But if you're like a company that prints out comic books or something, you have to order those in bulk. You have to order them by the thousands, which gets pricey and convoluted. What the fuck is going on here? Some bullshit going on. Put them on CD and tell people they're vinyl. Yeah, that's stupid. That's not gonna work. Limited runs kind of suck. Well, yeah, I mean, like, listen. Here's the thing. What I would love to do is to have an infinite supply of all of my merch. That means 1,000,000 of these, 1,000,000 issue 2 comics, 1,000,000 issue 1, 1,000,000 of all 4 of my albums, and that my house would just be full of boxes, and I would do nothing but spend all day packaging and shipping them out. And I'd have no time to make videos. I have no time to make new shit, and people would eventually just forget about me. And I'm so afraid of being forgotten about, becoming irrelevant. And then no one would buy the rest of my products, and I would die with them. I'd die in a tomb, a sarcophagus full of my own comics and CDs and fucking Rusty Cage pins, which are really cool. And you could potentially get, if my Indiegogo can get up to $22,000, which it will. But do you want to be a part of it? Of course you do. And that's why you need to click the link right down below. All right, ask some questions. I'm going to go take a shot real quick. What do you think about that? Yes, more drinking. That is correct. Don't you have any friends to help you package everything? Listen, no. What do you think? Like, my friends? Am I just gonna? I'd have to pay them, but no. All my friends have jobs. I mean, they all work just as much as I do, or I mean, they just work at their own job. So essentially, I'd have to compete with the prices that they're getting, and it wouldn't be consistent work because I mean, packaging isn't. I don't get enough sales to where I could like hire them 40 hours a week to do this, and if it took them 40 hours a week, then they're not doing a good job. So yeah, I need to find someone who just wants like a temporary job and like pay them a decent wage. I just have to pay them enough to make it worth their time, and not enough to where I wouldn't just say, oh fuck it, I'll do it myself, because that really is the thing. Like, is that worth $15 an hour? I'm not Mr. Beast mode. I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars or even like tens of thousands. Like, I'm not making this money where I can just hire someone and make it worth my time. I'm sure I could if I like figured it out properly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like too old school with that shit. Like, I already have all the equipment. I already know how to do it myself. I might as well just do it myself. It was a piece of advice that Doug TeNapel gave me when I was like doing the first comic campaign. He's like, oh yeah, just get a warehouse. Just hire someone to handle all the packaging for you. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean, get a warehouse? How do you just get a warehouse? It's expensive. I have to rent that out every month. Cheers. Revo Flame. Hey, Rusty, first time catching one of your streams. Cool. Fuck off. Oh, and thanks for watching, by the way. Yeah, no, I mean, the whole thing of, like, just get a warehouse is, like, you have to rent that out and that's thousands. It's like I can't imagine how much that costs. Probably at least $2,000 to $4,000 a month to rent out a warehouse, probably more. And into what, put my boxes of comics in there, and then hire someone on top of that. I don't know, man. I know people do this all the time. I need to start thinking like how Mr. Beast thinks. Big money. I was thinking about making a video where I order a pizza and I film it, but I'm gonna tip the pizza delivery driver $35. Like a remarkably mediocre amount. It's still a lot. That's a huge tip, but it's not, it's not $10,000. I wonder if that would make for a good video. Do it in your shed. I don't have a shed anymore is the problem. The place I was living at that had a shed, they sold that house, and so I got kicked out. Every place I go, they just end up selling it, and they kick me out, so it kind of sucks. How the fuck does Mr. Beast even do this? Like, when does he have time to have fun? Is he going to age 50 years in the next 5 years? He's going to like die of a stroke at the age of 35 because he hasn't taken a second off of constant work. Or he'll have enough money that he'll live for a very, very long time because he can pay for proper health care and buy stem cells and robot replacements to his failing body parts, if that ever even happens. Yeah, Freedom, oh my god, 510, he runs his main channel at a loss. No, that's it. I know he has to, but that's the genius of his channel. What he's figured out is like one single video, one advertisement on that video, they're paying at least, I would guess, at least like $100,000 to like say, hey, what's up? This video is brought to you by, I don't know what he promotes, like NordVPN or something. They're giving him $100,000 because they know that like 50 million people or like 20 million people are going to see that video, and he's going to promote them a few other times. So he's making that money back, and then add the ad rev on top of that, he's probably making like another $100,000. So if in one video, not even talking about all the other ones that are accumulating money, if in one video he decides to give away $100,000 to a Taco Bell employee, he's already doubled that money just in ad rev and in like sponsorships. And then on top of that, all of his other videos are still getting ad revs, so he's got to be making like several million dollars a month from all of his income sources, not even considering merch on top of that. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Once you get to a certain level, there's ways to like play around with that, and I'm not really sure. Well, my channel's obviously not at that level. I mean, no one even watches my videos. But I'm working on a system. I got big plans for this year. I need to take some time to actually finish this comic, but also at the same time plan out my next video series, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to actually start it. It's going to take money to start, but I think hopefully it'll make more money than it takes. Will Rusty ever eat a Mr. Beast burger? When those Mr. Beast burgers came out, they actually don't have them in my city, so no, probably not. When those burgers came out, I saw someone post a picture. They got like a chicken patty sandwich, and it was like raw in the middle. And that could have been fake, but they were posting it all over Twitter, and he's like responding to it like, where'd you get that? Please DM me. It was just terrible marketing to open up a shitload of burger joints that weren't tried and true right off the bat. He could have been onto something. I mean, maybe he actually did a lot of testing under a different name, which is possible. It wouldn't surprise me because he's definitely smart about shit like that. But it seems like whenever you open a nationwide fast food chain all at once, you're going to get so many people fucking with you, so many logistical issues all at once that it's going to make it difficult to start off on a good foot. Rusty Cage Distillery for Oh, Avian Crux whiskey. Ooh, what would that taste like? A distillery for Avian Crux whiskey when? Sure. Well, I guess if I can get this Indiegogo campaign up to at least $1 million, I'll probably open the whiskey distillery. Right now, it's kind of sitting at like 15,000, so we're almost there, but we're not quite there. Hey, I got tested for COVID the other day, and I just got my results back yesterday. Negative once again. So that's my second test. Still negative. And I've been in some super spreading events. I think I might have already gotten it, and like I got the antibodies or some shit. Or, well, I won't say what the or is. Either way, I'm negative for COVID-19. I'm not gonna dox myself. Everyone knows where. Listen, I live in a fucking big city in Florida. Like, there's no hiding that. I'll move, and you'll never see me anyways. Because you're not allowed to go to the bars I go to. Okay, well, it's kind of getting late here, isn't it? I feel like I've just been talking a lot. I don't know how people do this streaming stuff. What do they talk about? Is this even engaging? Like, do magnitudes of people go out to watch people answer fucking chat questions? Because I know they do. I try to watch some of like my friends or like some of my online friends or whatever. I'll try to watch their streams, and it's like, god damn, I do not fucking care. Art streams are really fucking cool. Like Regan Lodge, if you guys follow Regan, he's about to come out with probably one of the best comic books ever when he finally finishes the project. But his streams are like essentially him just working on it. And it's like, god damn, I'm already jealous of the success that he's gonna have on his crowdfunding campaign because it's just such a good comic. If you don't follow Regan Lodge, go to Twitter or Instagram, and it's just, I'll type it right here. Just type. Wait, shit. I hope I didn't spell it wrong. Nope, I did. Just look this guy up. He's going to come up with something that's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be huge. And I can't wait. No, it's not Ronald Reagan. No. Have you ever been approached in the projects? You're talking about, like, have I ever been walking around a ghetto and, like, someone approached me for what? Like, trying to sell me something? Trying to rob me or what? Yeah, I've been approached in a lot of projects. I want to see more Todd McFarlane. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Oh, can you guys... All right, this isn't going to make any sense unless you guys see this. They want to see more Todd McFarlane impressions, and this is the funniest thing to me, because I was going softball on him in my last video. Let's see. Todd McFarlane Spawn intro. So I've been laughing about this for a while. Wait, let me get the share link. All right, you're going to have to just go watch this for a second. But the thing about Todd McFarlane is, like, he's a fucking genius, right? So essentially he was working for Marvel and DC. I forget what he was doing last, but I think he was doing Spider-Man for Marvel, and he decided to quit. He was tired of, like, all the limitations that came with what he's allowed to draw, the format of how you had to draw all these comics. And he's like, I want to do my own thing. So eventually he split from them. He started Image Comics, which was like one of the first major contenders of independent comics as a company. And he made Spawn, which everyone knows Spawn. So when he was making this, the intros to the HBO animated series, he's got the whole thing where like the camera's coming down. It's super dramatic. He's in a dungeon for some reason. Like this is where he's drawing comics in a dungeon. Why are you drawing comics in a dungeon? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just you can put it on mute if you want to hear me talk about it. But click on the link that I just posted in chat. And the thing is, Todd McFarlane, I think, despite how genius he is and how prolific he is, I don't even know if I can say this, I think he's a little bit of a spurg. Like, the way the camera angles were, especially on these videos, it was bad because it was a wide angle lens that comes right up to his eyes, and the lighting is coming from the left and the right, and so it adds a shadow in his inner eye. And I can't really do it. I'd love to like change my lighting just so you could see, but he's like staring up at it like this. Let me see if that makes me look cross-eyed. I gotta wait for the chat to catch up. Yeah, that's it. So he's staring at it like this, and he's like, you know, he's working on his comic, and he turns around and he goes, "What would you do? What would you do if a madman with no laws came up to you in the middle of the night? Would you panic? Quick, no time to think. I'm Todd McFarlane, and I created Spawn." Because he's also got like a lisp too. So he's got a lisp and he's slightly cross-eyed and he's awkward. So I think he wanted to be like this really cool guy in these Spawn intros, but it was not playing out correctly. And also the whole thing about Spawn too. Here's the thing that I could be shooting myself in the foot here, but I've seen this with things like Spawn, and I saw it with The Crow. A lot of these comic book artists, it seems like they're writing where they want to be in life, or like the character they want to be in life, versus, I'm telling you right now, not me. I'm just writing a character. But a lot of these people live vicariously through their characters. So Todd McFarlane, I believe, lives vicariously through Al Simmons, aka Spawn. I think he was a Marine, and he died. He was like assassinated or something, and he left his wife and his child behind. He's a black man, doesn't really matter. Todd McFarlane's not black, but Al Simmons is, and his wife ended up like remarrying like this handsome, light-skinned black dude. And I'm wondering if that played into it. What would you do if, say, for instance, at any moment in time, your wife would leave you? She marries a handsome Puerto Rican-looking, I don't know, black or something, and takes your kid away from you. Quick, there's no time to think. How would you react? Well, for a man like Al Simmons, he had no choice. Anyways, I'm Todd McFarlane, and welcome to Spawn. And now, Spawn. So turn off your lights. And if you think that I'm lying about that's how he talks, that's exactly how he talks. Here's another thing. If you guys have ever read The Crow, the guy who wrote that, James O'Barr, J.O. Barr. Am I still alive? Hold on. James O'Barr. I remember watching The Crow back in the fucking day. Like, it was like The Crow 3, and there was a DVD extra where he was talking about, I don't know, just like him creating the comic. So here's the story of The Crow, right? The Crow is this guy who's a rock star, and he gets murdered. You know, he's like this super cool rock star. He looks like he's from The Cure. He wears like leather straps, and he's got like a super sexy girlfriend. And then he gets murdered, and she gets murdered. I kind of forget, and forgive me, but he comes back, and he's looking for vengeance. And then it's like, I saw these DVD extras where James O'Barr was essentially in his mother's basement, and he was a fucking neckbeard who he said he was in the military, but I'm not even sure if that's true. But he was saying like how his wife actually got murdered, and I'm not sure if that's even true. What I think happened is that he was just sitting in his basement all day. He got picked on a lot, and he's like, who do I want to be? What if I was a really cool guy, just like in the Cure? I might just be like the Cure. I'll call him the Crow, and he'll be really cool, just like me. And so he's like living through this character, just like what Todd McFarlane is doing with Al Simmons. What would you do if your wife left you and took your child away and went with a black man? He might be handsome, sure. He might have money, power, charisma. But he'll never have a hit comic book like Spawn. Anyways, I'm Todd McFarlane. This is Spawn. Welcome to my dungeon where I draw Spawn comics all day. Well, anyways, I'm just fucking talking shit to him right now. Or about him. I love James O'Barr and I love Todd McFarlane. They've done so much for comics. I just wonder, I mean, it's not super rare, but it kind of seems rare that someone who makes comics is also not a fucking very socially awkward person who lacks any like personal charisma. I'm not talking about myself. Don't look into my shit. It's all just about bums, filthy old pieces of shit. Well, I guess I should probably end this stream and then maybe I'll talk on Discord a little longer. Alright, any advice for small artists, says Sugary Bud. Can you specify what you mean? Like, what exactly are you trying to do? Because, yeah, I do have advice. I do want to make a video about this. You're talking about, like, any advice for small comic artists? Selling your soul to the devil doesn't come easy. Everyone's got a chess piece. Sometimes you move the piece, sometimes the piece moves you. Anyways, sometimes the queen can take over the king. No problem. There's always a rook in your pocket. I'm Todd McFarlane. Welcome to Spawn. Turn off your lights because this is about to get spooky. Just trying to get your work out there, turn it into a career. Are you talking about comics? Or are you just an artist in general? What do you mean? Like advice for small artists? Like, are you a small person? Like, how tall are you? Are you 7 inches tall? In general, okay, then general art advice. Here's what you do. If you think you have something that if you think that you have art that you think people would want to see, or you have something unique, or maybe not something unique, but you're consistent on it, what you do is you create an Instagram account. Instagram is very difficult to grow on because of their new algorithm, but it's still effective if you post consistently. So if you're trying to just at least like grow any sort of following, whether you're making comics, whether you're just trying to sell art prints or what, make an Instagram, make a Twitter as well, and post all of your art. Post it all on Instagram, post it all on Twitter, and make a website. It's very easy to make a website. You just buy the domain, you buy a web hosting service like Squarespace, which you can get, squarespace.com/Rusty. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have a deal with them. but just have somewhere that they can go where they can look at your entire portfolio. The thing about Instagram, and I've seen this with artists, I've seen this with artists who were skeptical about going to Instagram. They said, "Oh, I don't really want to have to interact with fans, or I don't really want to have to post all the time." It's like, no, you don't have to. If you're consistent enough and you have a unique art style in something that people want to see, they will follow your Instagram and they want to see more of what you're doing. And if you just if you build it, they will come. The thing is, like, a lot of people don't want to put the slightest effort into promoting their shit. A lot of musicians do the same thing. Like, they just want to play live. They just want to go to the same dive bars they've been going to in local towns and say, like, oh, we'll play our shows and maybe sell our shittily printed CDs and try to sell out of our merch. That's not going to work. You got to make a YouTube. You got to make music videos. You got to put your shit on CD Baby. You got to put it on the streaming services. You got to get yourself out there as much as you possibly can, because the world is all digital now. And no one's just going to like your shit because it's good and buy it. You have to throw it in their face constantly. And the thing about Instagram is, for artists that I've noticed, it seems like it grows. It seems like it grows really well. Like, all the art channels that I've followed over the past year or 2 years, they've grown from relatively small channels to like having hundreds of thousands of followers. But they're posting every day, they're posting every other day, and they're posting good artwork. So when it comes to comics, like, you know, I kind of got lucky because I could sell my comics to an entire, not an entire fan base, but like all the active fan base that I have on YouTube. And so I already had something to start with. But still, that's not easy, because like, you still have to post it on Instagram. You still have to get people hyped. So that's the thing to do. I mean, if you feel like you're selling out because like you're going to have to make an Instagram and you're going to have to say like, hey, I'm selling art prints on Etsy or on, I don't know, Gumroad. I'm not really sure what that is, but like on any of these sites, yes, you should be selling your stuff. And if you want to make a business independent of what you're doing as a job, say you're working in like fast food, if you want to switch from doing that to like being, self-employed and selling your artwork, you have to figure out a point of sale. You have to figure out a site like Etsy, find some printers. It's really easy to do. You can go through Vistaprint, and then sell your shit on there and then promote it through Instagram and also Twitter. Surprisingly, Twitter's not as good for it, but that's where your personality can come out. And you can also ruin your brand by being on Twitter if you're like being obnoxious. You know, like, a lot of people don't want to see the artist behind the art because then they hate the art. There's a lot of benefit to having mystery. Like, this is something that I fucked up with. The fact that I'm sitting here talking to you all, drinking a beer with like a fucking Britney Spears mouthpiece. If I had never done anything like this and I was still the Rusty Cage that I was promoting myself as 7 years ago, I'd probably be a lot cooler. Or I'd be maybe closer to Todd McFarlane. Is this making sense, or am I just like rambling at this point? What did you spend your game show bucks on? Was it taxed? Yeah, it was taxed twice. Here's the thing about the game show money. So I won 50... No, fuck you, Just Stats. I'm not drunk rambling. This all makes sense. I won game show money in Germany. German taxes got taken out of it. They didn't tell me that. They sent it back to me, and then American taxes got taken out. It's funny to watch game shows now because you see how much money that they're playing for, and it is not worth it. Like, watch some old Fear Factor, and you see them drinking a pint of donkey cum for like fucking $20,000. Okay, take out the taxes, you're at like $12,000. And then there's other it's essentially you're just drinking donkey cum for $12,000. Like, either way, just split it in half, and that's how much you're actually probably getting from a game show. It doesn't even make it doesn't even make sense because nobody has donated to the Indiegogo. What are you talking about? Yeah, people have donated to my Indiegogo. The thing about the Indiegogos too is like the price that they show you, the overall price that includes shipping costs that the customer has to pay for. So it's not like all that money even goes to me. That's just like money that I have to spend anyways. So it's kind of like a false thing. Like, oh wow, $100,000 on an Indiegogo. Well, sure, but if you include international shipping and domestic shipping, it's like 36% of that is all just shipping fees, not to count production. Did a joke go over my head? I apologize. It is a little late, my friends, and the sun will be coming up soonish. Rat Bubble, did you give me $3? Where did you do that and why? And I appreciate it too. Any advice for getting motivation, inspiration to put in the work to get better at drawing Jesus Christ, that's two different things. Any advice for getting motivation, inspiration to putting in the work and getting better at drawing / music? Practice, practice, practice. Okay, Jesus. The second it gets too late, Internet Historian has to pop in. Who dis? Why aren't you playing Rust? What are we supposed to be playing? You can't really get better at drawing and music without practicing. Like the second you take a break from music, you're gonna get worse at it. And drawing is the same thing. Like I don't practice drawing is my problem. I'd love to sit there with a sketchbook in front of me all day and learn how to draw hands, which is this is what artists do. They sit there all day and they draw 200 hands, so they know how to draw the anatomy of a hand. I don't have time for that, or so I say, but that's my excuse. So essentially, every time I have to draw a new panel, I have to refigure out how to draw it because I don't remember how to draw a face or how to draw a hand or how to draw a coat in motion or whatever. Music is the same way because it's actually a physical thing as well, in a sense of like you can get your fingertips wore out if you don't play a guitar enough. If you don't play bass for a month, you're gonna have to relearn how to play it and how to rebuild the muscles, in your fingers. Fuck, I gotta take a piss. Am I supposed to be playing something? Why don't you end up drawing Donkey Kong hot dog fingers? What? Don't want to end up drawing Donkey Kong. Oh shit, man! I swear to God, Here's the thing. Here's why I think I read poorly. Because this has always been a thing. I feel like my right eye. I know this is gonna be reversed for you guys. I feel like my right eye is seeing the words in the middle of the sentence before my left eye sees the word. What the fuck? People are waiting for you in the Tarkov. I don't even know what Tarkov is. Is that a hotel? No, it probably isn't normal, and I don't think that's necessarily accurate. But no, it also it's not just because I'm drunk. This is like normal. I just have a low reading speed. It's just the best way I can describe it. I think I was supposed to be born Japanese and read down. Or in reverse. I don't think I got any invites to any games. No one invites me anymore. They just tell me that I'm missing out. They just come to my stream to rub my nose in the fact that all the cool people are having fun playing some new game in some Russian hotel lobby. And I'm not invited. See, there we go. Yes, Rusty is dyslexic. That's easy to read. But everyone reads like that, right? Like, isn't that like the thing? If you type the words where the first letter and the last letter in the word are the same, you can jumble up all the middle words and people seem to read it the same. It's almost like that, but on reverse. On Insta. Have you seen I also draw? No. I don't think so, maybe. I also draws. Let's see. Is this you, or are you just trying to like self-promote? Oh shit, this is really good. Is this all digital or no? I see some pencil and charcoal. That shit's holy shit. Is that the Virginia Tech shooter? Why am I next on? So you draw the Virginia Tech shooter, and then there's a picture of me, and right before that is Elliot Rodger, and right before that is Charles Darwin, and then Mumkey Jones. It's very good artwork. I think you're on a good path. I think you have a very unique theme going on. Oh, fuck. IH, you're saying you think... So you say I read stupid because my glasses are on backwards. Alright, let's figure this out. Alright, that's technically backwards depending on which direction you're looking at it. Huh. Let's see. Okay, a little low on my nose. Ratib Dear Nak Un Wan. I see Trat. Oh my god. Finally, I was wondering why he was wearing them wrong. No, I'll tell you what it is. Everyone writes, they type incorrectly. Their sentences are all fucked up, and they don't use proper pronunciation. They don't use proper spelling. They use the wrong word, and that just fucks my brain up because I'm over here trying to process everything you're saying on a 200 IQ level, and you're over here typing in straight up 75. Like that's 5 over medically R word, which I'm not sure what you can say anymore because you're not allowed to say uno, you. No, I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. This is all making a lot more sense. Are we allowed to talk about the POG champs? Is that official? Or like why is that even something that got kicked off of Twitch? You can't use the emotes? Should I have to make a new PogChamp emote? Have I made any ever? Frequently used. No, I guess not. Is that a selling point? Why do people even go to Twitch at all? I've never seen Bye Bye Man, the movie. Don't say it. Don't even think it. There's no way that Twitch can keep up with what they're doing. They're banning way too much, and from what I can understand, PogChamp got banned because the guy who is the face of PogChamp, did he come out in support of the Capitol, the Capitol building, like storming on Twitter or something like that? What? No, but PogChamp is a bigger than him. PogChamp is the face. Nobody knows who the fuck that guy is. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, they'll stop caring in a week. I think so. I mean, like, does anyone still care about, like, are they still, like, strictly taking down channels that use Simp and Virgin and what's the other one? Simp, Virgin, and Queer or something like that? I don't know. the Three Stooges of Twitch. Simp, Virgin, and PogChamp. Oh, and Incel. Shit. So PogChamp is like the Shemp of Twitch. Simp is Larry. Virgin is Mo. Incel is Curly. And PogChamp is Shemp. So, Internet Historian, you say, nope, they don't care about any of those anymore. Same with Pepe, which was before that. It seems like Twitch is they're just following the same method that, like, the mainstream media is, where they'll always find an enemy of the state or an enemy of whatever they're trying to push. Whoever they can kind of, like, pin all the bad things that happen onto. Like, whether it be, this is going to get a little political, so just give me a second here. Whether it be like, I remember the Westboro Baptist Church back in like 2008 was huge. The Westboro Baptist Church, they're saying God hates the F word. They're saying blah, blah, blah. They're saying this and that. No one gives a fuck about them anymore. Now, and granted, they kind of dissolved, but they didn't dissolve at the time that the media stopped caring about them. They just switched on to the next thing. And the next thing after that was, I don't remember what it was after that, but we've seen so many iterations of it in the past 2 years, like whether it be incels. Incels are the new blah, blah, blah. The alt-right is the new blah, blah, blah. The Proud Boys are the new blah, blah, blah. This and this and that and that and that. And these people just disappear. Like, who the fuck is Gavin McInnes now? Does anyone give a fuck? No one's talking about him because he was never important to the narrative they're spreading. Who's Milo Yiannopoulos? No one really gives a fuck because maybe they effectively smothered him out of existence, but at the same time, I don't think he was ever really the issue. He just was relevant at the time, and whoever's relevant at the time is going to become the target of it. So PogChamp is now the new leader of the alt-right, and they want to take him down. I think they're trying to do like what they did with Assange, put him in a hotel room, keep him there, and let him smear shit on the walls and skateboard around until he eventually blows his brains out. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Imagine if they were doing business with some company and they went, sorry, we can't partner with you, Jeff Bezos. Your company has an emote which shares the face of a guy who made... Yeah, right, yeah. Shares the face of a guy who made a controversial tweet. No, of course it would never happen to Jeff Bezos. But Jeff Bezos would never fucking straight up like fall into that. He would just say, fuck you. I don't know why Twitch doesn't say fuck you. Are they going to lose money because they have a PogChamp emoji? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Who's asking for this? Milo, Gavin, etc., all Tism bait. Yeah, I'm baiting the Tism because I'm imagining that's at least 33 people in this chat at this time. People who are awake on the other side of the world are most likely autistic. PogChampers. You know what I'm saying? They're all acoustics. They're all autists, as Todd McFarlane might say it. Imagine it's late at night, and you're just one of many artists. You're just talking to your friends, doing what artists do, being artful. Now imagine that your wife got swept away by someone more handsome than you, and you had nothing to do but move into your mother's basement and start drawing comic books. Yeah, I could do whatever I wanted. I could have been the president, but I decided to be a comic book creator. Anyways, I'm Todd McFarlane. This is Spawn. Turn off your lights. It's about to get spooky. Damn, I gotta take a fucking piss. This is Spawn. Welcome to Spawn on HBO. Every once in a while, evil really does touch Earth. It comes out of hell faster than a speeding bullet out of a bullet train hole. And every once in a while, the devil Methuselah and a clown named the Violator will come up and make you feel really bad about yourself whenever you're trying to sleep on those nights where you feel really lonely. Anyways, I'm Todd McFarlane. This is Spawn. So enjoy. Shit, I wonder if there's a way I can move this outside. Well, it's 6 a.m. I should probably just stop streaming. I do enjoy talking to a computer and just essentially driving myself insane by trying to read a bunch of chat where people are just saying pog and piss and fuck and acoustic over and over and over again, or asking what my favorite song is. What if you just take your... here's the thing about taking my laptop outside is, like, my headset. Wait, I wonder what would happen if I pulled my headset out and you heard me. Yeah, that'll work. How about now? Any sound? Perfect. All right, gang. Oh, so I got a bidet today. Not today, but I got it for Christmas. I don't know why I said that. You know what a bidet is? Most of you Europeans will probably know. I'll finish the story in a second. I just want to give chat a little bit of time to catch up. Yeah. Bidet's the guy, Joe Bidet. He won the election. No, bidet is like this. It's like this device. You attach it to your toilet. It goes under your toilet lid, and then you turn a little knob, and it sprays water at your asshole, and it cleans all the shit off. Now, I've never really used one of these before because for two reasons. One, I'm not an animal. You know, I'm a civilized human, so I can wipe my own ass. But two, it's a little gay. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's like water is splashing up at your asshole. A little gay. Not that being gay or anything like that is incorrect. Alright, I don't want to wake my roommate up, so I'm going to have to take this outside. But here's the real truth. Bidets are fucking awesome. So this shit, like, you still have to use toilet paper because it essentially just, like, sprays water like a super soaker at your assholes, gets all the shit off of it, and then you just have to dab the water off. Am I cutting out? I wonder if I'm too far away from my router there. So I kind of fell in love with it. Here's the thing, like, I know I said it was gay, but... Wait, is it really low quality here? No, I don't want to have to hold this. Okay, this is good. So the second that I was worried because I was like, all right, you know, I mean, I'm a man's man. I'm not going to use a bidet. Can you imagine me going to like a bar or a fancy dinner and telling someone like, oh, I got a bidet, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's going to say, oh, dude, you know, that just feels like your dad tonguing your asshole. No, that'd be little foofy, so I didn't want to tell anyone, but now I'm telling you all. The thing about a bidet, though, is it's addicting. And sometimes I feel like I'm going to be sitting on this toilet forever, turning this knob to spray water on my asshole. I know all the shit's gone. I actually made a mistake earlier today, bidet, where I turned the knob a little bit too hard, and the water shot out too hard, and it like fucking, it like attacked my ass, and it felt like it actually like ripped some of the hairs out. And so I tried to panic and I tried to turn it back to neutral where the water doesn't spray, but I turned the opposite direction, so it sprayed even harder, and it was legitimate pain. Like I was like fucking torching my ass with like a pressure washer. You know, you see like a pressure washer, or like sometimes you can get like a water hose that can cut through metal because of how sharp and direct and powerful the pressure of the water is. It felt like that on my asshole. I made a huge mistake. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like, I guess if like the devil, if the devil was tonguing your asshole, and you know that old thorn-tongued split toe, you know he's always like sharp-tonguing his way around from one person to another. Well, he made his way to me. Huge mistake. Can you give me a second to take a piss? Is everyone going to leave me if I walk away for a second? I'm very insecure about that. So I take it back. I mean, I guess a bidet. No, fuck it. No, a bidet is a little bit gay. But what about this? I want to make a device that does a similar thing, but for piss, right? So instead of like a stream of water that you turn a knob and it sprays shit, like it goes up your ass and essentially like splatters your own shit on the underside of your balls. But I want to do something for piss. I want to make a device where it like sucks the piss out of your part. Think that would sell? Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean, what am I talking about? Didn't I explain it over the last, what, 2 minutes? A vacuum cleaner, yeah, but like a vacuum cleaner, a super sucker. It'll attach to your toilet. Hold on. So I don't think I'm really explaining this correctly. Here's what a bidet does, and here's the problem with a bidet. Don't mind my gut. Oh, let me... Is my shit fucking up? Alright. A bidet does this. You sit on the toilet. I might have to turn this down even further. You sit on the toilet and there's like a little thing that's in your toilet bowl that sprays water up like this. Like if you turn the knob and you're not sitting on the toilet, the water's just going to spray and it's going to hit the back wall. But if you actually are sitting on it, it's going to hit your asshole directly. And there's a knob where you can, there's like another knob where you can make it go up or down to kind of like cleanse the area. So my big worry about initially using the bidet was that it's going to hit my butt, it's going to hit all like the shit, and it's going to splatter it and just cream my balls with my own shit. And I'm going to end up using more toilet paper than is necessary. Yeah, so I guess what I'm talking about is like, did you see how long I had to take a break to take a piss there? That's ridiculous. What if something could do that in, oh, I don't know, a quarter of the time? This is my Shark Tank pitch. One day I'm going to get on this show and I'm going to pitch this to him. I'm not really sure what the mechanics of it. I'll get the eggheads, you know, the science boys to figure it out. You know, how to suck a piss out of my cock, but I think I can make a pretty penny off of it. And when I do, I really hope that some of you would be willing to actually, you know, contribute to that Kickstarter. Or else I'll just be like, you know, one of these, another e-begging bum with my 4th campaign trying to get people to suck piss out of my bladder. What about a catheter? I've never used the catheter before and I'm terrified of it. The older I get, the closer I get to realizing that eventually someone's going to have to put this stem into my cock hole. I don't even know what a catheter does. Do you pump air into it? And then like all the bad stuff comes out? This sounds so stupid it might work. What do you mean it sounds stupid? It sounds painless. Yeah, it does sound, it is painless. In before Rusty says diaper. No, I'm not talking about a diaper. I'm talking about something cleaner. I'm not talking about something that's going to embarrass you. You don't wear a diaper. What are you, a fucking baby? No. This is a simple device that whenever you feel pressure in your bladder, you just hook it up and it does the work for you. No more fuss, no more muss, no more unnecessary straining of your pelvic muscles. Okay, well, I'm being told that I'm not making any fucking sense, so I guess I'm just a maniac over here. You know who they said also didn't make any sense? Elon Musk. Why don't I just hold it in indefinitely? Well, that would make sense. Like, if you held the liquids in your body long enough, then all the smaller particulate would probably just turn into solids, right? Once all the water got reabsorbed into your body, you could just move the solids from your bladder to your colon and then poop it out and clean it up with a bidet. Sure, this is something I've thought about. Don't get me wrong. Like this is what Mr. Wonderful would have said if I actually pitched it on the show. And we're working on it right now. Rusty gives me non-binary feelings. How about this? 01012. Alright, let me enjoy this cigarette for a second. I'm getting all worked up for no reason. Why are you all awake right now? How about a condom filled with silica packets? What? Do those absorb liquids? But you can't eat them afterwards. What about this? Silica packets that you can eat. Oh my god, the sun's starting to come up. Do people actually make money from streaming? I'm so confused about this. I don't understand how people can stream for hours and what they just put like a logo or something that says like daily goals. I'm trying to make $2,000 a day, and people just give them money. Up at the crack of dawn, yes, but my dawn crack is not shitty because I have a bidet. Yeah, we got all the Europeans here and some people who should be going to bed so that they can wake up on Friday here. Wait, Australia, first off, Australia isn't really that far behind America, isn't it? Like, it's super early there, right? It's like 10 o'clock or something, 10, 11. Who's on Twitch at 11 a.m.? Yeah. Yep, 11 a.m. All right. Hey, if you want to give me money, all you have to do is scroll down and click order the comic. Click on that old ass logo. It's 10 p.m. What the fuck? Who's awake at 10 p.m.? Scotland, that sucks. What's Scotland like these days? Scotland's the man, I already went down this rabbit hole before. Scotland's the ultimate cuck nation. Okay, I'm sorry I asked. Yeah, I get it. It's like 4 or 5, blah 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 in America, and fucking whatever weird non-Gregorian time that everyone in Europe has. No, I'm not non-binary. I'm a man, aren't I? I like my asshole splashed like anyone else. Alright, I'm getting close to closing all this out. I'm not non-binary. I told you. Wait, would people like me better if I was non-binary? What's my third number? What's my third nary? Am I trinary? What does that even mean? Binary, I'm 2 naries? Well, I've been thinking about something that's kind of serious for a while. And I know that like a lot of people have some serious thoughts about the origin of this COVID virus. And I think I've come to the truth. And I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I've done a lot of deep search investigations on the origin of this virus and where it came from. And the things that I've found blow my mind. I don't know if any of you want to even hear about this. It's probably get me kicked. Shouldn't be talking about this. Well, okay, so you're all familiar with Wuhan, right? The viral lab there, and the ongoing war, the biological war and tech war. Well, I got a call from actually someone. I have some friends who do like teaching jobs over there, and one of them actually is a virologist, and he worked in a lab, and he was telling me some pretty crazy things. and one of them that was that like it wasn't a bat, it wasn't any of this shit that caused the release of this virus, but in fact, it was orchestrated by